What's up, YouTube? So I thought it might be helpful to do a quick video on some of the maintenance I'm doing on my grafts. A lot of times I'll have a graft that'll take and I'll get all excited, and only to come out a few weeks later and it's dried out after it's pushed. So there is some maintenance after your grafts push, and I just want to show you guys a few examples of things you can try to help your grafts make it, besides the normal watering and things like that. So let's get started. This is graft maintenance on the brown turkey fig in this case. So this was tightly wrapped grafting tape to hold the graft union together. And this graft was done 2 months ago, February 14th. So here we are, April 12th, 2001. So we don't want to choke the graft. It's already taken and pushed, so you have to do some maintenance on the graft in order to let them continue to thrive. So I'm going to finish unwrapping this and show you what it looks like at the graft union below. So I removed the tightly wrapped grafting tape, and it looks like this is just parafilm left above the graft union. So I'll show you one more example, but this one can breathe and it'll break through the parafilm on its own. So that's the good thing about parafilm and buddy tape. You never have to remove this type. So here's another fig that took, and it looks like my grafting label fell, but I'm pretty sure it's a Vista. So we have a Generi here, and I need to untie this one. So I have about eight out of the 9 grafts took, so it's time to remove the tight grafting tape that was holding the bond together. So this one should, once I remove it, you should get a better idea of what the graft union looks like. Okay, so here's the Vista grafted on the white Genoa, and there's the graft union after removing the grafting tape. So there you go, grafting maintenance. I'll show you a few more examples on my avocado grafts. So take a look here at my Frankenstein avocado tree. I think it has about 8 varieties on it. This reed here is from last year, and we got our first little reed avocado showing a year after grafting. And hoping this Kahalu here has a bunch of flowers on it, so hoping that one produces one fruit. But this video is about the maintenance on your grafts, so back to the point. This is a reed graft that I did. I got this cyanwood at the Cyanwood Exchange, and it looked like it was in bad condition, but it still took, as you can see here. But I want to show you the next step. When you're maintaining your grafts, you want to get rid of any, move that out of the way, you want to get rid of any of this little growth below the graft point. So we're just going to kind of take our finger and knock those off, as you see here. So on to the next example of things we do to help our grafts be successful. So while I'm at it, let us show you the Haas that was grafted last year along with the reed. So this one looks like it has the most avocados on it, so hopefully we get 1 or 2 out of this. But yeah, another example I'm going to show you on my other graft in the backyard. But this char wheel here is starting to push, And what we do is we want to kind of wrap that in foil. I grafted this in the spring, so I didn't cover it with foil, put anything moist in a bag and cover it. I didn't do all those steps. But as it's starting to get more hot and humid, I want to kind of cover the graft with some foil to increase its chances to continue to thrive. So when the weather gets hot, we want to kind of protect it. Same with this choquette here that I'm waiting to push. I may end up going ahead and covering the choquette, the charwil, and the nabal down here. These are all just waiting to push. They're still green, and they're grafts that are waiting to push. Oh, same here for this Carmen that has already started to push at the tip, and you see there on the side, as it starts to get warm, I may want to wrap a little piece of foil around that and give this better chance to make it in the heat. Let me give you one more example. So if I haven't shown you this little grafting experiment onto my bacon here, let me go ahead and show you what's going on. If you look here, you got a pot with a seedling. It was a Brazilian seedling that shot up. This is actually 1 year old, and I've actually chopped the top off, so it was about another foot taller. So it was about my height. I'm 6'1", and this tree was my height in 1 year, so it's the fastest growing seedling I've had. So what I did is grafted it onto a branch that's still connected to the bacon tree there. So I'm going to show you both sides of the grafting union, and then I'll give you my next grafting maintenance example. But here's the graft union there on one side. So it's already mended, and I think we're ready to cut the bacon off. So we'll have this branch here. It's going to be bacon. And what I did is I should have cut this one off for apical dominance, so all the energy goes into the bacon graft. But what I did is I grafted a queen. I cut it and I grafted a queen onto it, and it's already starting to push. So you could see the foil here. So that's my last example of the maintenance we do on our grafts to keep them thriving. It's starting to get warm. We're grafting this in April. Had it been March, I probably would have just let it go, but it's starting to get warm, so I just wrapped some foil on the, what would that be, the south side of my house to block the sun partially. So part of the day it's getting sun, the other part it's protected. Got another queen graft here onto the bacon, and I actually did the same thing. So that one hasn't started to push yet, and this one looks like it's slightly pushing, so I want to go ahead and save that graft. That's about it. I do have a lot of grafts that took on my stone fruit tree that I need to go ahead and start protecting. You see that? That's a perfect example of why I should be adding foil a little earlier. That's a Mariposa plum grafted onto my Dapple Dandy. If you look here, this one is an Autumn Glow apricot, and the graft is already producing fruit. So that one I'm probably not going to have to protect. I may spray it with some Surround WP. You look there, I kind of protected that one late. I think that's a Flavor Grenade Aprium. So I got to get to work because I have a lot of grafts on this tree that took. So I need to start protecting them. See, that one's not dry yet like the other Mariposa plum. So you want to get out with some foil and kind of protect your grafts, especially if they're cherry. I've noticed that the cherry will push and dry out, so I better get out here and protect the cherry grafts. If you look here, the apricots and the aprium are exploding this year. I probably don't have to protect that one. You see how healthy and robust it is? It's thriving in the sun, and it's just busting all out of the graft union with new growth. So good luck. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how your grafting's going this spring, because we got some protecting to do here. See how that's all exploded and taken off. Once again, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.